Okay guys, this is Phipps Campground Park in Stuart, Florida. Phipps Park. This is a gated entrance. The gate closes at 7:30. And I'm going to take you through this campground. It has tent, primitive camping, and full site RV camping. The prices range between $30 to $40 per month. Depending on if you're going to get full hookups or have a primitive site. So I'll take you around the campground here. It's a Sunday afternoon as I make this. To the left is campsites with full utility hookup on a canal. There's a water view. We'll go around this right view first, or this right, I'll let this guy pass. We'll go around this right loop. There's a guy riding his little thing. And this is site 54 for reference here, the first one that we're passing. You'll see this Class C here with the slide outs. This is a nice park. I've stayed here before tent camping. Tent campers can stay 30 days and RVers can stay up to 3 months. See, there's a tent camper right there. This is a county-run park, not a private park. There used to be a discount for local residents, but they've made a lot of improvements to the campground, so of course now they charge more and there's no discounts. So as we pass here, each site has a picnic table and a fire pit. And obviously in the summer and rainy season, this would not be ideal to camp here. But obviously now, it's, as I make this, it's in December. There's a lot of appeal to camp here at this time of year. So I'm going to turn around here. You see, this is also another lake. They have like a little lake here, a little pond, I should say, not a lake. This is a pond. And then on the other side, they have a canal. So these sites here, these ones in the back, are all towards the pond. And you see there, you got like a big, a super Class C, I guess. So you have tent campers, you have RVers, and you have some people that stay 3 consecutive months, some people that stay just for the weekend, like any campground. But this is not a, it's not overly crowded. Like when I've stayed here in the past, I've never had any issues. One time someone did take my campsite by accident. I didn't leave my tent up, and someone took my site. The campground host just allowed me to pick another site for the night because I didn't want to cause a problem. To me, it made no difference, but you know, that's something you got to make a note of. If you ever tent camp, if you don't leave your tent set up, sometimes they think that you left early, and not that they should check with you first, but sometimes people will see the site open and ask the campground host, and sometimes I'll let them take it. So there are bathrooms and showers here. I believe laundry too. That's a shower house there to the right. We're passing site 43 and 44, so you can have reference. These are the sites close to the bathroom and close to the pond here. I got some nice palm trees. And these are all, see, a lot of sites open. We're in December, a lot of sites open. January, February, and March are the busiest times of year. But with the coronavirus and the Europeans and the Canadians not really traveling due to the virus, you do have availability. So we'll see how that is in a couple months. But I'm sure this year, if you wanted to, you get sites here. But you are looking at, like I say, $30 to $40 a month. $30 to $40 a day, which would, after taxes and everything, you know, anywhere between whatever, $900, over $1,000 a month, depending on if you get full utility hookups. These are all campsites here. Like you know, I'll show you here. This is campsite 36. So if you pulled in here, okay, you could set up a tent. I don't see any electric, but it's a primitive site. There's your picnic table. There's a view of the pond. Okay, and you would have primitive camping. They have, see in the yonder there, they have like those, what they call like luxury tents. They have tents pre-set up that you don't even have to bring your own tent. All the way in the distance there, those are like brown color tents. I'm not sure how much they cost, I forgot. You can check on the website, Phipps Park. I believe this is in Stuart, Florida. But this is not a well-known park, so kind of, you would be in the cut a little bit, okay, which is a good thing if you like, if you don't like to, but there's a handicapped site here. So if you like to be kind of discreet, this would be good. When I stayed all the way in the back. I'll show you. Because I just camped out of my car. I didn't even set up a tent. You know, I left most of the day. I just came back at night. Technically, you know, people want you to set up a tent. But, you know, if you just come in the middle of the night, you camp out in your car, and you don't cause a problem, really shouldn't be an issue. And you see here they have dumpsters straight ahead. And I'll show you, I mean, it goes all the way back under this bridge. There's a bridge, I think that's I-95 or the Florida Turnpike, one or the other. I think it's I-95, that bridge. And you see I parked all the way at the end here, kind of where that travel trailer's set up. Even though I believe they're probably boondocking, because I believe these are all primitive sites back here. But I just wanted peace and quiet. So that guy must be boondocking with no hookups. He's in site, whatever, 29 maybe, something like that. So see, he's with his travel trailer. He's got a couple motorcycles. Right now we're pulling into site 25. So site 25, the canal's in front of us. You would have a picnic table, okay, and a fire pit. And a look over that brush is the canal. So I don't know how many sites there are, almost 100 or so, maybe a little bit less. Nice area, safe area. Again, there's a gate at night. And this guy here to the, forgive the noise a little bit, I know we're on a bumpy road. This guy here almost looks like a tiny home, this trailer here. Pulled by that Dodge Ram truck. It looks like a tiny home. It's got regular windows. That's got hookups, I believe. Yeah, it's got an electric hookup there, I think. It's not a fifth wheel. What is that? Oh no, it's a travel trailer. Must be a home diamond edition. Never heard of that. So the roads are a little bit bumpy. They're not paved. They're like dirt with gravel. So forgive the bumpy noise sound. As we did a full loop here, you'll see on the right-hand side, a little bit further up, are the sites. The newer sites they just built. They just added electric and hookups to that are directly on the canal, and they have a canal view. Got some Class A's coming up that are parked there. So Florida has a bunch of state parks and county parks. If you ever go to make reservations, especially in the winter, in a state park, you're going to find most of them are booked in the winter. But if you look in that area that you want to be at county parks, county parks tend to have more availability than state parks. Now, state parks tend to be a little bit cheaper, and if you're a senior citizen and a resident of Florida, at state parks, you get half off camping. And that's a good deal. Or if you're disabled, you get half off on camping. Or if you foster children, you get half off on camping. So state parks provide a lot of subsidies, a lot of discounts. County parks, not so much, but in county parks, you tend to have more availability. So like, you know, like here's a little tab trailer there. And this is a site G, so you get reference. See, site G has full hookups, and you have this view of the canal. There's a squirrel eating a nut on there. So it's a beautiful view. And this will be a little bit harder to get in prime season. Site G here. And but it's a beautiful view. They did a good job renovating these, but you're a little close to your neighbors. So you just have to be mindful. That little tab trailer is cute, but that probably still weighs around 3,000–4,000 pounds. And there's a guy back in his fifth wheel in. So you see how close these sites are. I mean, some of these are vacant, so it may not seem like they're that close. But if this place was packed, which I've seen it packed in the winter, last winter, then these sites are right on top of each other. And, you know, you got a great view, but you don't have much privacy. For me, I tend not to care in one sense because I'm not really at the campsite most of the day. But that's why, as a primitive tent camper, I just camp away from everyone. I leave during the day. I just looking for safe, legal parking. As an RVer, you're looking for full hookups, and a lot of people are sedentary. They stay at the park most of the day, and that's how they live. See, up ahead, people are right on top of each other, but right here, you got like 5, 6 sites that are empty. See, like I'll pull into site 10. This is site 10. Okay, and you know, you got a canal view. You got great privacy. You got a picnic table. And this is a nice setup. And so look, you know, you could live cheaper, but you're almost paying, you know, the average rent. You know, you're almost paying $1,000, you know, a month. You know, again, if you were RVer and if they had availability, you could stay here up to 3 months. So you can stay here January and February and March, but they would be the toughest months to get. So Phipps County Park, P-H-I-P-P-S Park, Phipps Campground, I should say, probably. As soon as you drive in to the right, that little house is the camp host house. It's where you would register. Fifth wheel coming in here. So I'll make a video. Right up the street is St. Lucie South. St. Lucie South, and what do they call it? Like the Engineers Park. It's like a federal civil engineers RV park. They have like only a few campsites though. They got like a few. They got a few tent camping sites, and they got a few RVing sites. So let me take us right down this road. So we just came out of Phipps Campground Park. So if you go straight and you make a right, within a minute here, it separates. There's another campground called St. Lucie South. It's like the civil engineers campground or whatever. I think it's federally run or county run. And I think the rates are the same, probably between $30 to $40 a night after taxes and all that stuff. But there's only a few sites. I actually like St. Lucie South for the privacy because there's more private. There's only a few sites, but it's very hard to get a reservation here. See, we just went out of Phipps. Now we're going to St. Lucie Lock Recreational area. And this is the campground. See, I don't think I can drive through it because I think they want you to check in first here. Last time I've been here, but I'll pull up to it. They also have a view of the canal, but the view of the canal, they have a couple RV sites, but I think they're mainly for tent camping sites. But yeah, so this is just right here would be the entrance, and then there's a few campsites here. So check these out. You know, if you're ever in the southeast Treasure Coast area for camping, the Phipps Campground and the St. Lucie South Campground, and that will give you some perspective or some some options for camping. So there's houses here. I don't know. I guess these are private houses. I'm not sure. It's a little bit weird, you know. So, but either way, guys, I'd just like to give you another video, another perspective of the nomad life. You know, campgrounds for me are another option. Not that I always stay at them, but for safe, legal parking. Why? Because look, you know, you get burnt out on the road, so sometimes you got to add some stability and some safety to your life, because, you know, the nomad life is a little bit riskier than the conforming sedentary life in a house or apartment. So thank you for watching. If these videos have some value to you, click the subscribe and click the join button if you'd like to support the channel. Check out my playlist. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.